Hey everyone, it's Ursula, your Team Beachbody coach. Today I wanted to talk about, on a serious note real quick, because I want you to know that what this channel is all about. It's not just fun and happy and quirky and Ursula's acting crazy again. It also has a serious side, but the serious side I keep on the down low because that's the part that I have broke through. And let me explain why I do that. Now, I wanted to talk about almost 2 years ago, starting this channel and the breakthroughs that I've been under because I started it. Now, when I started, you have to understand, I describe it as my life was like a box. And like I had built so many walls from like the top of my head down to the bottom of my feet, doing my best to protect myself, I thought, and doing my best to be a good housewife, a good wife, a good mom, and just kind of keeping myself on the down low, just doing what I do as in everyday life, and thinking that I was doing a great job, which of course I'm a good mom, I'm a good wife, but in the process I discovered that I needed more. So my husband would always say, well, why do you feel like you need more in your life? Aren't we enough? Aren't we enough? When you have a passion for others, and when you are taking care of yourself fully, then you have to open up yourself. And so I was like this, protecting myself. I was a child of an alcoholic parents, and so you learn to build up many, 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 many walls, as I describe it, to protect yourself. And you grow up really, really fast, and you learn that you cannot trust adults as your role models because they disappointed you again and again and again. So I became really, really strong. I went through a personal effectiveness training before I met my husband, made him go through the training as well, Quest Summit and Liftoff, and I regained my confidence and strength. I started working for the company. I was the Quest director. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Well, then I got married, 24, I got married, I fell in love, made him go through it. Thought, great, I'm going to start my family. So I did that, and like I said, I had many jobs during the time we've been married. I was a Quest director. I had to quit after I had my first son, Austin, because they did not want me to go back part-time. They needed me full-time, and I just couldn't make that commitment with my new baby. So then I stayed home. I've been blessed enough to stay home with my family. When my daughter was 4, I decided to, why not go get my CDL and become a school bus driver so that I could have the same hours as my kids. And so I started doing school busing, driving, and started taking kids to their sporting events and that kind of thing. But then I realized as they got older that I was really missing out on their time in the morning to get them to school. I wasn't seeing that. I was always taking everybody else to school and missing out on my kids' life. So I stopped that and came home as we could. As my husband's jobs developed, I decided it was more important when we could afford it to stay at home with my kids. And then I did activity director, driving old people around to their retirement events, which was a blast, if you can imagine. Pretending you're retired every single day was awesome. The hard part was coming back home and realizing, oh my gosh, I'm not retired, and I have to cook and clean and do all that stuff. But in the process of all this, and then I came home full-time about 5 years ago, and I've been home ever since, and I was just missing something. Something was missing in my life. I was bored. You can only cook and clean and do that for so long, and as the kids started leaving the house, I realized I needed more, and then I found Beachbody. And Beachbody, I found a person to follow that was doing it in her 40s, and I thought, wow, if she's doing it, so can I. And that was part of my, I built walls around myself to protect myself, only, focusing on my family and everybody else, and I was building them up. But I forgot to build myself up once I became a stay-at-home mom, which a lot of people face once you're out of the public's eye. And I went from being a businesswoman, dressing up in beautiful clothes every day, to being a housewife, and I thought, I am not going to just sit here and die. So I continued to dress up, and I continued to live the, keep the sparks alive attitude, because I'm a girl, I like to dress up, I like to wear heels, I like to wear sparkly stuff and that kind of thing. And so then, as I talked about with the walls, I built the walls up to protect myself. And then when I found Beachbody, I thought, she's doing videos, I'm going to have to do that too. And so as I started opening up my life, I went from afraid to show anything to now finally feeling free in my own skin, to talk about my issues and to set other people free as well. And that's why I advertise like I advertise on here, is to let you know that there's so much more that you can do. And it starts with your mind first. In order to get the fat off, you have to break down the walls, the barriers, the things that keep you captive, and just learn to just open up, love more, receive more, give more. And when you do that, you get back things like I'm getting now. I get people that are following me now that are blessing my heart. They're starting their channels. They're doing videos like when I first started. I can see, they're scared, and yet I can see the future, and I know that, wow, this is amazing. So many women out there and so many men are breaking free from all those walls that they thought were protecting them, and opening up their lives to so much more, to healthy living, to beautiful lifestyles, loving more, opening up your heart more, breaking down the walls that keep you captive. And that works on your physical level once you start to learn to do that. And then you start acting crazy like me. Today I'm going to Zumba. So of course, I love to dance. Some people have mixed feelings about this. I say, I love Zumba, and they say, oh, I hate Zumba. And I say, I love Zumba, I hate Zumba. But find things that you like. That's the bottom line. So look what I'm going to Zumba in today. I've got my dance skin tights. Boom. Look at that. I got my purple, bright purple shirt. Pink. And I'm going to go dance, because for the first time in my life, I'm finally free to be me. And I'm taking all of you all with me so that you can set yourselves free to fly as well. Till the next video.